fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have as words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me deeply, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my walls loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. A hot post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have as words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily, that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
Well, Kinsman, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers near and far from all of us at KINZ and KLOMP Live. And I just noticed, you say I never notice anything. You're wearing specs. You're wearing glasses tonight.
It's about time you start noticing the small things about me, Kinsman, because I was started getting a little off here. I'm like, I wonder if Mark is going to, you know how like some people cut their hair and if you don't notice it, it's offensive. I don't have that ability being a bald guy. I was wondering if you're going to notice my glasses, and I'm easily offended. So thank you very much. You made me feel better.
I think the optometrist, when you walked in, he saw the picture today, Bubbles Fries, the Ottawa Sens toque, said, here, Jamie, put these specs on here. Cheer for a real team.
Yeah, that's right.
Is what I'm thinking. That was the exchange of the conversation. No.
You know, so Kinsman, your Leafs are going to be out the first round. So
you think so?
Yes, of course. But it's funny because I said Happy Mother's Day and you accepted it. You're not a mother, Kinsman. That wasn't for you. That was for all the awesome moms.
Well, I was taking it and deflecting it to all the mothers, all the great, amazing mothers in our viewing audience.
Okay.
You know, near and far, including, my mom tuned in from Barrie tonight, my boy's mom. You know, without mothers, the guys, as they say, guys would just destroy the planet. So,
that's right.
Kudos to all the moms out there today.
I love it. So you did call your mom today, right?
Yes. Chatted with my mom. My mom's tuned into the show, and she got some art pictures. She always loves pictures of my little guy. They always do, anything crafty for Nan. Down in Barrie. So that's what the boys were doing all this weekend, doing Mother's Day crafts. Gotta love the crafts. Kudos to all the online teachers, throwing in the Mother's Day crafts into last week's curriculum there. So
So we do hope all the mothers had an awesome day, and we got a big draw after our guest tonight, $500 to give away.
Yes, we do. All the ballots
Mm.
are in this drum. Look at that. $500
Look at you.
Mother's Day giveaway to Beleza Aesthetics. And again, that's courtesy of Eric at Villeneuve Engineering. Eric,
Nice.
big fans of Krista Bozer. And of course, Krista was on our show just a couple of episodes ago. Says, you know what? I'm going to give back to Krista's store. So he's pocketing out of his pocket $500 to you. Yeah. And someone's going to win that and have a chance to go and get a manicure, a pedicure, all the fun stuff that we chatted with Krista on the show with that $500 bill tonight. So that's some exciting stuff here on the show.
You're always showing off that new printer of yours. Always different labels on that box.
Well, here's the deal. Not different labels, but you notice why it's in blue? Here's something really weird that I wanted to discuss, because the printer, I haven't bought any extra ink yet.
Yeah.
And it comes with the black and it comes with the color cartridges. So the other day I'm trying to print something for my little guy's homeschooling, and it was coming out blank sheets. I said, there's no way I'm out of ink. So I said, let me try color. Sure enough, color comes out. But isn't that ironic? I can print anything in color font, but out of the color cartridge, it can't create the color black for black font. Anything black, it does not print. Anything in color comes out. When I select black on the color, it still comes out plain. Isn't that the weirdest thing ever?
What an exciting story. You, I think you're one of those cheap guys that let the ink go like right to like, you can't even read the typing on the paper anymore. And you just wait to the last, you don't fill up your cartridge till it's bone dry.
I don't fill up the cartridge, no. But now that we're in a stay at home, is ink essential, non-essential? Am I doing curbside for this? Where am I going for ink in the city?
All right. I don't know. You can't ask me I don't know everything, Kinsman, but I do know about Timmins RV. This is your spot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Big thanks to our sponsors tonight. Again, without our sponsors, Jamie and I, we cannot be doing this. So we're 5 months in. Thanks to every single sponsor who has jumped on board and trusted KINZ and KLOMP Live, including Timmins RV, where they've posted. They're still open. You know, despite the stay-at-home order, they continue to sell RVs, parts, and accessories. Note that they do curbside pickup at this time. They've also got several options for you to shop easily for what you need. You can find them online, timminsrv.com. Don't pay for 6 months. Go visit their lot and, set up a socially distanced tour of your future summer RV. The 6 months no payment that's the best option out there with camping season just around the corner.
Yeah, 6 months, no payment. I wonder if you can go back and go, can I get another 6 months after the first 6 months is done?
That's right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no payment. If you walk in on the fifth month and say, can I extend that? Probably not going to work. Yeah. But 6 months is a bit of leisure time there to sock away some pennies.
You can't go in and say, I really want the RV. I can't afford the RV, but what can you do here? It doesn't work like that, right?
No, I don't think it works like that.
Okay, good.
But go check them out.
I have to tell you, as I'm sitting this weekend watching The Office for about the 500,000th time, I'm thinking, sure, it'd be nice to go out and have a pint of beer with you or other friends or whatever at the Surge, right? Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Just to get out and have some company and have a good time and the appetizers, and hopefully, folks will come there and check out our live shows when we started. But we always say we love the folks at the Surge and we cannot wait to get in there.
Yep, we cannot wait. Kim and her staff, the best in the city. And I've said it even before we signed on with the Surge, one of my favorite spots, cleanest spots in town. They've got the best bar display. And it's just awesome. And of course, the golf simulator, that adds a lot of fun for a night out. So
yes.
Lots of fun there.
And we already mentioned his name, but Eric, our good friend over at Villeneuve Engineering Services, put up the $500 for the Mother's Day job, but he's also one of our sponsors.
He sure is. He's got everything under the sun. He's a brand new engineer in the city and provides detailed structural engineering anywhere located in Canada for industrial mining and metals, pulp, paper, power distribution, commercial sectors. You can call today, and being brand new, he's feisty for your business and see what he can whip up for you. New clients are advised to call Eric 705-221-3991. And you can also visit his Facebook page at Villeneuve Engineering Services.
That's right. We love Eric. And then our old friend Martin Peel at PADS K9 Protection and Detection Services, servicing businesses, residential, dog training. He'll come to your house, teach you how to do a cartwheel. Martin does it all. Big supporter in the community. He's the one that spearheaded the $1,000 giveaway for local businesses. He has paid for local businesses to advertise free on our show. He just extended it by another month. But he is the guy for security services. Once again, whether it's business services or personal services, residential, Martin Peel is doing it all. Super Martin, right?
He's a super guy, and I just wanted to add here, he's looking for new recruits. If you're looking to become a security guard, it's time, times are tough to find employment. Well, Martin's looking for you, $16 to $18 an hour. The positions would be part-time, on contract, and on call. And it says hours vary between day and night shift. You're advised, all interested parties, to call PADS K9. So call Martin, 705-531-2416. And you can also visit PADS K9 on their Facebook page for more detail.
All right. So a couple quick hellos, and then we have Celeste. Now, you've been bragging all week how long you've known Celeste, okay? So I know you're excited. I know her brother Alex, so that should count for something in the good.
Yeah. Well, she's got a big family here in the city, and yeah, Celeste and I go way back to probably, I'm going to say, the 2009, 2010 Canadian Relay, Canadian Cancer Society Relay for Life.
All right.
That's how long we know each other. How long do you know her brother?
You've been bragging all week. I'm going to bring Celeste on right now, and we'll find out if you're accurate with this. Hello, Celeste.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing really well, you guys.
Very good. Do you have fond memories of meeting Mark, like he has these fond memories of meeting you?
I would definitely. He's helped me out in my very beginnings with music, so I definitely remember those special times.
Yes, he's definitely been boasting, bragging all week about you, and obviously so. It's been quite the career, but welcome to the show, and we appreciate you coming on and chatting with us.
Oh, absolutely. It was fun to hear you guys talking too. I feel like I'm back in Timmins, so it's nice to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Kinsman, I know you're excited. I'll let you ask the first question.
First question, obviously, Mother's Day. Welcome to our Mother's Day show, Celeste. Your mom's tuned in. She asked for the feed, so I know your mom is out there. Do you want to say a happy Mother's Day before we get things going?
Yes, happy Mother's Day, Mom. Je m'ennuie beaucoup. I was just on the phone with her right before talking with you guys, so I know she's listening, and she's always very proud. So I love you very much, and I hope you had a good day at home.
So that's why we wanted to bring you back to Timmins for, our Mother's Day show, because it's some exciting news. A lot of people who follow you, Celeste, knew that back on Friday you were part of the Capital Music Awards. Now, because of COVID, online, and you picked up, and it was not just you, but you and your hubby there, your soon-to-be hubby, Marc-Antoine Joly, picked up some Hardware Friday. You picked up the virtual performance of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Ad. Oh, there's Mom. Okay.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh yeah, no, we're so it's still crazy, and we're excited to get our little trophies in the mail. That's for sure. It'll all come true there all at once. But we're really proud to have won those. Of course, we were very lucky to be nominated in many different categories. I had 4 nominations, and he had 2 in his name as well. So we're really excited to actually win it, though. It's insane. I've been nominated for a few different things over the years, but very rarely did I actually win. So this is a special one, that's for sure.
Like they always say, it's just nice to be nominated. I know that's kind of the polite way of saying, if you don't win, it's not that bad. But really, when you're there watching, you're hoping, please say Celeste Lévis, please say Marc-Antoine Joly. Are you nervous? Like, how are you feeling going into those awards, and especially the one that you won?
It's amazing, of course. I mean, you hope for it so much, and for this the award that that I won for Best Virtual Performance was actually a public vote as well. So that's always a nice surprise, just to see that I have so much support that's still behind me after all of these years. So it's I really appreciate everybody that took the time, because it's gonna help me build my career. It'll be on my resume, of course, when we apply for different things for all the projects that are to come. So we're really we really appreciate it.
That's right. And it is Mother's Day, and you wished your mother a happy Mother's Day. And like you said, you were chatting before the show, but how important has your mother and your family been as your career has grown?
Oh, my family is absolutely everything to me. We're very close. And I'm very lucky to have them. They've been there from the very beginning, when my dreams weren't the same as they are now, but they've always been behind me 100%. My mom, of course, is my light. She, every time I need help, every time I'm not feeling so well, she's always been right there beside me and finding little ways to keep me positive and to keep me smiling. So I could definitely go on and name all those little things that she's done, but she's truly an amazing woman, and I'm very lucky to have her in my life.
So I'm wondering if a trait runs in the family. So the first time I met your brother Alex, he was actually out camping beside me at a provincial park with his then girlfriend, now wife. But he came up to me and was like, "You want to have a competition out at camp?" So it was like a building the fire competition, who can throw the furthest rock. And we actually built medals. Now I admit he did beat me. So are you competitive in nature like your brother? And I guess you have to be in the music industry, right?
Yeah, I think I'm competitive because of my two older brothers, and being the youngest of the family and the only girl as well. I always wanted to prove that I was able to do whatever they could do. So that's definitely been installed in my brain since I was very young. But yeah, I think it's more a competition with yourself, because you're always trying to just do your best and do absolutely everything. And so sometimes I have to let go as well, but I always try my hardest, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And your fiance, Mark, he has the coolest name, doesn't he, Kinsman?
Yeah, Marc-Antoine Joly. When he gets on, you say you get on your cross side with him, do you yell all names, or you just call him Mark?
Just Mark. Yeah, just Mark usually, but he has a very nice name, and I'm excited to have his last name.
Yeah,
so
he does. And not only obviously your other half, his last name is tied in to the production side of your musical side. Like he's the production side of where your music's at right now. Is that the name of the title?
Yeah, so we started a music label just to be able to represent all the work that we were already doing, but didn't have a name for it, So because we produce our own tours, our own music, we have our studio. He's had a studio with his brother Simon Joly for many years now, and that's it's both of them that got the award for best production and arrangements for their album, their English band called The Great Diversion. So just the fact that they won that award proves the quality of what comes out of our home studio and all the work that we all do. So the three of us, we created Joly Records to kind of just have that name, and we've accepted different artists as well, just trying to help them, put out music and to guide them a little bit through the first steps of their career. So it's really exciting, and we're excited to see what happens throughout the years. For now, it's really to represent us, but we're excited to share what we've learned, with others. So,
how has the last 13 or 14 months now in this pandemic, how has life changed for yourself as an artist and Mark as a producer?
It's changed a lot of things. It took away a lot of things, but then again, when you just keep going and you decide to, stay positive and do everything that you can to continue, that's when you also learn a lot of new things. And I was very lucky, of course, to have Mark and his brother with all their equipment and their knowledge on live performances and all these different streaming and all of these different things. I was able to really grow as well and continue to do performances kind of all over Canada, actually. So it's been we've learned a lot, and we've took everything that we could from it. There's things that were very difficult to swallow, but we're doing really well, and it's been an overall great year, and we were able to do all kinds of new things. So, yeah.
Are there? Sorry, Mark. I just a follow up on that. I'm excited too. Celeste is here, Kinsman. You ask a couple.
You're just getting all, you're wearing the new shades there.
I knew Celeste was coming on, so I'd look professional
for the interview.
But I wonder. Okay, I'm going to get my question out. But I wonder, like, obviously, the majority, if not all, your performances right now are virtual. Yeah. So what? If for an artist, what do you have to make some pretty significant changes from a virtual performance to an in live person performance?
So it really depends. We already had a few different, I want to say formule, like duos, trios, full band, the things that we do offer for different contexts. So we're pretty flexible when it comes to that. So the fact that we're in quarantine together when we have to be, it's just me and Mark. We've done our duo show many times, so we didn't have to change so much for that. But it is hard for Mark to play the guitar and do the sound and all the different things. So it's actually very stressful, and there's a lot of things that obviously, and I know you guys understand as well, but it's a lot of things behind the scenes that are really important that make the difference between a good show and a Wi-Fi problem show there. So yeah, we've learned a lot of things, but yeah, it's with the performance that we won the award for the Capital Music Awards. It was we were able to be a full band, and I had really my team that I've always dreamed of having behind me, and it was just nice to get everyone together and to be able to play together, but to give jobs as well, to the sound men and the for the lights and the cameras and all the different things, right? So it's because when it's just me and Mark, well, it's just me and Mark, and it's nice to for everybody to be together.
That's it. It's nice to incorporate the entire band because when when you're not playing, the drummers aren't drumming, are the rest of your bandmates, going through COVID as well as you and Mark. What's the band's mentality during this whole the COVID stint here?
Yeah, so a lot of we have a lot of friends that are taking it harder, of course. I think the fact that I'm Franco-Ontarian, there's a lot of job opportunities for that, and I represent a lot of those different events sometimes as well. So my name does come up for some of those events. So that for some people that are maybe more on the Quebec side, where there's a bigger amount of artists, it's not necessarily their name that's always coming out. So we have a lot of friends that haven't had as much this year. I've had to have different jobs. Some have given up on music to take care of their family. There's so many different things that have happened, and it's hard to know what's going to happen as well. In the next few months with festival season coming up, and I'm not too sure that's going to happen, unfortunately, again this year. So yeah, it's everyone's kind of taking it in their own way, but we're definitely there to try and help them and keep their head up. So
quite interesting. I'm curious about when you get in your mind that you want to release a new album. What is the time frame from when you make a decision to release a new album and a new album is released? Is this like a 12 months, a year and a half?
You know what? I'm still learning that answer. Because, it's always when you decide to make an album, it's almost already too late. So when it comes to, if you ask for help, like for different grants or different things to try and help with the production side or the commercialization, sorry, some of the words aren't coming to me there, but the promotion and everything of it. So actually I'm releasing a new single this Friday, and the song's been done for about 2.5 months now. So we've been waiting for that. And that's just one song, right? So when it becomes the album, if you want to have a team, a lot of them need about 6 months notice. But then again, your album, they have to write about your album. Well, you have to have a product finished for them to be able to do their job, right? So it's, we always manage though, even if it's too late. So but we're learning to try and really plan ahead and do the best that we can, because it is good to be well surrounded.
Yeah, it's still a learning curve when. Oh, sorry there, Jamie, but learning curve when, having to deal with, the schedules with COVID, putting out albums. But has COVID given you more time to sit and write? Because you put out a Christmas album last year, which did really well across Canada and well in the French the radio side. It was at the French radio where you picked up some heavy play, on the streams.
Yeah, we were in the like the charts, I guess, of the French radio. So that was really, really cool because I've had a few different songs, of course, that play on the radio, but never in the top charts like that. So we were really excited about that. But definitely, yeah, to answer your question, we especially in that first bout of quarantine there for about 6 months or something like that, we were I had wanted to put out a Christmas album, but I really thought it was going to be a lot of covers because I just love Christmas music and I know all the words already, so why not, but in the end I ended up writing most of the songs in French and in English, so that was because we had the time to do it. And it was a really interesting way actually though to produce an album, because it was really like one song at a time. I would write it and almost like the next day we would start recording, we'd add whatever we need to add it, and then I'd start writing the next song, and then we'd keep going. So it was an interesting way to work, and it's kind of what I'm thinking of doing for this next French album as well. We've had English songs as well between those. So a lot of writing, that's for sure, yeah.
Do you find it difficult to transition between the French songs and the English songs? Do you ever get like the translations mixed up when you're singing them?
Oh, no, not when I'm singing, no, but definitely, I think it would be, it's harder when it comes to actually releasing the music. It's what is the best decision for what's going on in your career. Of course, I've based myself off of my French career, which has been a big passion of mine, but I have been writing in English as well since I started music. So, but I also don't want to, it's all different decisions, Yeah, if you're on a wave of radios picking you up in French and magazines and all these different things, and then they talk about how la fierté francophone and how important it is to be speaking in French, to be singing in French and everything. And then when you put out an English one, you just got to make sure you're picking your timing, So it's I'm excited to release some new English ones. I think it'll be really fun because some of them have been sitting there for quite a while because I was concentrating so much on the French side of things. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Why not? That's the real answer. Do everything.
And you're no longer residing in Timmins, but do you still have contact with the artists in Timmins and Northern Ontario?
With different artists, yeah, definitely. There's unfortunately, some of us haven't seen each other for quite a while, but I do have a lot of them still on Facebook, and people that I've been in bands with, and kind of seeing what everyone's up to there. So that's fun.
Mm. Maybe we can go to Celeste and get some vocal lessons, Mark. What do you think?
We need more than just vocal lessons.
Yeah.
I think we'd probably need Celeste and Mark to walk us through, because you guys are multi-talented, and when I say multi-talented, it's going back to your Christmas album, mm-hmm. when you're getting all the accolades. I think it was a post, I forget what post I had. I said, don't forget Marc-Antoine. Everybody's saying, oh, Celeste, it's an amazing album, which it is. But Mark, if you read the finer print of the jacket, he does every single instrument on that album. How does the guy do it?
I don't know how he does it, honestly, and and he doesn't even take the, how do I say that? Like he has a hard time taking those compliments too, because he thinks everyone can do it. And I repeat it very often how not everyone can do it. No
one can do it as good as him.
Yeah, no, he's quite talented, and it's fun to have his brother in there as well, who does the drums. So it's the only instrument that Mark doesn't do. So
and he's doing everything else from like harmonica to you name it, trumpet, trombone. Yeah. If it's in your song, it was Marc-Antoine Joly. I always like saying his full name there. It's just, it doesn't have the same ring as like Mark William Kinsman or Jamie Klomp, right?
No, it's not like Jamie Klomp at all. No, he sounds like a Bond villain. Like it's that cool.
Yes, right. It sounds like some way you just say his name. There's something pretty exciting attached to it, and of course he's now attached to your music. Like you guys found each other probably at the right time in your musical careers, and now look at you. He's got his own, the production side. You're both making music in both French and English, which is, that's got to be a tremendous feat in itself, because
Yeah, well, definitely, and you mentioned artists from Timmins, but that's what's so funny with Mark is that he joined a band that started in Timmins, so it was called Acoupherne, and yeah, so years later when I went to university and I was hanging around those bandmates, Mark had added to the band, and that's when I met him for the first time. And the first time I needed a musician, he was the first one there. So yeah, for a long time we were just bandmates, and then developed into something more. And I couldn't be happier to share all these wonderful things in music with him.
Now, who asked who out? Was it him slipping a number to you? Was it you going, "Hey, Mark, let's go for a coffee and let's not talk music for a night"? How did that happen?
Yeah, that was it was kind of a surprise for both of us. So it was because we were best friends really for a long while. It was him and my bassist at the time that were my family, because I had just came out of La Voix. I was spending more time in Montreal and all these different things. So I wasn't as in touch with some of my friends as well. So it was they were really my rocks. So when it developed years later, it was kind of a surprise, but then again, not really, because it was my favorite person in the world, and it just kind of just happened.
I thought Mark was going to brag, and he said he set you guys up like he's Cupid.
Oh. No, I'm not Cupid or anything. No,
no, you got to worry about your own stuff. But so you and Mark work together, you're couples. So obviously once in a while there's got to be a debate or two. So who usually comes up on top?
Oh geez, I think I would say I do.
Yeah.
But no, it's but he's the one that fixes the problems there, that's for sure. So yeah, it's there's always, well, the fact that we're together, I feel like there's never a break sometimes from the music business. There's so many things that happen. So we're kind of always talking about it, always talking about what's next. Oh, there he is. There's Matt. He's listening.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd agree that it's me that would come up on top, but yeah.
Joanne said such a personal question. I think people would like to know the dynamic. It's a strong, you got to have a real strong relationship when you work together and you live together, because you're with each other all the time. And if it's working, that's amazing, because not a lot of people survive scenarios like that. So I think it's awesome.
No, definitely. Yeah, no. And I definitely understand how it can be hard, but I think we're just lucky to also be living those really special moments together as well. If I win, he wins. If he wins, I win, because we're just proud of each other, so it's, and we're trying to build something together, and yeah.
Now, do you both sit there and say, okay, now Mark's gonna, try a French album where you're now going back to the English album, or do you guys both stay, let's focus on our French side first, and then we'll both do the English, or a mix of both? How do you guys come to those decisions?
Yeah, right now it's kind of a whirlwind right now of all kinds of projects, just because we can, like I mentioned, we're kind of working one song at a time. I'm working on some of the next singles for the French album. Mark as well is working on his French music that I sometimes have to push, because I think it's so amazing. And anyways, he is sometimes, like I said, sometimes he has a hard time taking a compliment, so I have to push and say, no, people want to listen to it. So I think people are going to really enjoy his next song that's coming out in June. So yeah, lots of different things. And their English band just put out their album almost a year ago now. So yeah, a lot of different things. They signed with the label in Montreal, and so all kinds of things all at once. You got to just kind of balance it all out. So
how does it work when you both sit down and you start the writing process for a new song? Are you drawing off like inspirations from your past, things you've seen in your past, or things current, or do you sit down with a group of ideas and start like picking, yes, this would be great for a song? Like, how does this whole creative process work?
Yeah, well, personally for me, it's a lot of, all my songs are based on things that I've gone through. So whether I choose to go deep into the detail or not, it's based off of something. So yeah, that's pretty much how I write. A lot of times it's little words or phrases that, sometimes it literally creates like a feeling inside where you're like, okay, this is gonna happen. I need to get a paper because it's gonna come out, you know. But sometimes it's just putting it in your phone or recording a little memo, and you find it like months later and say, that was good. Why didn't I do anything with it? And yeah, so Mark, the way that we write my songs, usually I'll write the melody and the chords that go with it and the words, and then I show it to Mark, and he brings it that next level on the music side. So that's really cool too, because it's brought me like I've been able to go a little bit further with my music as well and learn a lot of different things, and actually not put a limit to my vocals, because I can do different, just because I don't know how to play it on the guitar, I could do it with my voice. So it's fun that he can then go like appui, sorry, I'm losing my words there, but to be behind my voice and play the guitar and different things. So it's really cool.
What a great team they make, eh, Kinsman? Yeah,
the dynamic duo. And you know, when Celeste, when you were on The Voice many years ago, do you think that was a major stepping stone into where you've progressed as a musician, like before and after? That must have been an exciting time of your life, being on you know, the equivalent of the English The Voice, but the French version.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely a big stepping stone in my young career, because it's in front of millions of people. So of course you'll get a lot of people that do like your voice, or maybe don't like it as much, and they'll follow you or they won't. And but I definitely had a big moment there. But I think that the fact that it went so well after was the fact that I was really ready to start a career and be serious about it, because of the other competitions and different things that I had done prior to La Voix, that started out in Sudbury and Ottawa and different places like that, and then Montreal, and it all kind of grew. But the fact that I had something to back my songs, I had already been doing shows. I had already been writing songs for a while. I was working on a first album. You know, all these different things helped me for what came after, when I was kind of just launched like that, you know, with some support, and then other times not as much, you know. So at least I knew what I wanted and what represented me as a person and an artist, and it helped me continue and be where I am today.
I think this is a great question from Mark. I'd love to see some cool English tunes done translated into French and vice versa, which I don't think is easily done, as the timing does sometimes go with the words and syllables, and I assume the translation is. This can't be an easy thing to do, right?
No, it's not. And it's funny, because it's something I've been interested in doing as well. I love sometimes, you know, hearing on the radio where there's a chorus done in French, and then the verses will be in English. I find that so fun. And it's like, why not, you know, once again, why not mix the two languages together? And I do have one song that had started out, I had wrote it in English. I hadn't finished it, but I said, oh, that would be really cool in French as well. So I was translating it, and it definitely is not easy, because you can lose kind of some of the meaning of what you said in English sometimes, because you need to use more words in French, but you don't have, like we said, you know, not enough time to put those many words together, right? So it's in that melody. So it's very interesting. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and your song changes a little bit. But yeah.
One thing that's amazing, and I know you've been on a Kinsman, but if you've seen Celeste's web page, it's so well done, and it's sharp, and it has these like bright images. Do you and Mark also have, like, I know you have control over the web page, but is that something like you have your creative vision in? Because I think it's the best web page I've seen in a while.
Oh wow! Well, thank you very much. It's fun because actually we did it together, but the photographs on those ones, which it kind of proves that it's me that's taking care of it, because some of them are mostly my Christmas pictures still. So I do have to do an update. I was waiting for the new song, but we have a photographer who's our really good friend called Philippe Larivière du Rocher, who has Créafil. So I tag him in a lot of the pictures that he takes. But we've decided that, because Mark does, of course, because he has so many talents, he takes beautiful pictures of me all the time, and we could definitely go that route, but I think it's also fun to have someone else come in with their artistic vision, and it gives us a little break sometimes from just let us concentrate on the music sometimes, you know, so it really helps. But he's taken some really beautiful pictures, and he did take the single, the next single that's coming out, it's him as well that took the pictures. So thank you for saying that. I will tell him.
This partner of Celeste, he does everything. Hey, Kins, I don't think
he does it all. And again,
he doesn't cook though.
Oh,
he
That's
doesn't
me.
cook. You're the better cook out of the two. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Finally,
Do
finally,
you have
one
any
thing
dirt
he
on
doesn't
Mark other than not being a good cook?
yeah.
Don't want to put him on the spot unless he was here to back himself
Yeah.
up. Of course,
Oh,
just
geez.
teasing you anyway, right?
Yeah, no, he's pretty great.
Yeah, that is super cool. So have you started, obviously you started thinking of, you know, post restrictions and lockdowns and getting back in front of a live audience. What are your, I guess, hopes for the next year or so? Is it to get back touring?
Yeah, definitely to get back touring now. It's kind of you kind of got to think of your cycles, you know, because now it's been a little while since I've put out an album that's not a Christmas album, right? It's been since 2018.
Yeah.
So I would have to put out in my head, I would have to put out a new album to then start touring again, because we did tour quite a while with that second album. So we're excited to do more shows. We do actually have some shows booked for Montreal, Quebec City, different things throughout this summer, but we're just crossing our fingers to hope that they'll actually be in person. So yeah, but hopefully I'll have a Christmas tour as well. That's definitely something.
Here's a question from Lynn out there. Celeste, where in Timmins will you be able to purchase your music now before, you know, your family passed the baton off for Levy's Foodland to Timmins Foodland? Your music was, you know, available for purchase there. Can you still purchase it there, and where can you find it in the city?
Yeah, so unfortunately, no, it's not available there anymore. But I do have on my website, I have a little shop for that. I know my mom also has some at home. That's for sure. If ever you'd like some of the albums, it is sometimes can be very complicated with the different contracts that were signed for distribution. So that's why it's not in some of the stores either, with a lot of them closing down and everything. So unfortunately, we don't have the physical album everywhere, but it is on all streaming platforms if you guys like that. So, you know, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all these things. Merci, Lynn, c'est gentil.
There, and he did admit he can't cook, Kinsman. He's 99 out of 100, I guess, of doing things.
Well, there was a comment below there. Don't let Mark cook at all.
That's his mom.
That's
right. That's his mom. Okay,
right.
So there's a warning there. Was it a big a transition? I assume a positive one when you went from the north and moved down to southern Ontario.
Yeah, it was I've always wanted to go back to Timmins, so I still have a hard time swallowing that, knowing that it's probably not going to happen for me. It was an exciting thing, you know. I came here to Ottawa for university, thinking I was going to finish university at that time, but things with music ended up happening very quickly, and I did spend a couple years in Montreal, where I was in between Ottawa, Montreal, and Timmins. And we were touring quite a bit at that time. So I did decide to come back officially here in Ottawa. There's so much going on in the Francophone community. It's easy to get onto the Quebec side as well. It's more central, of course, as well. So it's exciting to be here. And I always kind of dreamed of spending more time here. I love the city, and but I always can't wait to go home though. Home is still Timmins.
Home is still home. Look at Kinsman. There you go. Mark says we're too nice.
Oh, are we too nice? Let him play music much better, says Marie Jose. Emily says, congrats on your award, Celeste. Again, virtual performance of the year. You know, no one can take that away from you. Obviously, it's, you know, a COVID related, you know, award. You guys, you know, took the cards that were dealt, and you know, you had the best performed song virtually for, you know, right across, you know, the platforms, and people obviously voted for you. It's got to be quite the accolade. You know, when you get that trophy, you're gonna stick it up, you know, on the bookcase. And
definitely. Oh yeah, no, we're very very proud of it, and it's just because it's been the center of our career, you know, this past year and a half almost there. So yeah, it's just nice to know that everyone appreciated those all the different types of shows that we did. You know, whether it be a couple songs, whether it be in French, whether it be in English, bilingual, an hour and a half shows, like all these different things. So we're really proud of that for sure.
Yeah, that is really amazing. Do you think at some point, if you can perform live, you'll get back down to your hometown and be able to put on a performance?
Absolutely. Always. Yeah. And if I don't get the invitation, I'll make it happen myself.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen, and
There we go.
we'll invite you when things can open up. We'll introduce you on stage, Celeste, and bring you back to the city. We'll bring you and Mark, and we'll order takeout because
There we go.
How about we just have a fire in our backyards? Kinsman and Mark and Celeste can come over.
Yeah.
And we'll just get that private performance, you know?
Yeah, we do that too. We do
can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Timmins misses you. Yes, of course. And it's always nice. You do have a lot of support from the Timmins and community. Like I assume that's got to be really important to you, even though you don't reside here anymore, but that's always in the back of your mind, I would guess.
Yes, definitely. And you know, I always make sure to say that's where I'm from. You know, sometimes even when we're having conversations with people in Europe who have no idea where Timmins is, you know, you could choose to say I come from Ottawa because they know where it is. But no, it's important for me to say that that's where I'm from because it's everything. It represents the accent that I have. It represents, you know, my family, all the things that inspired me to write songs as well. It's where I started music, and it's really it's different people that I've met throughout the years, you know, in Timmins that gave me gave me those first chances, you know, to share my original songs. You know, I've done so many things in Timmins, and definitely I love every second of it, and I won't forget that.
Just amazing. Well, we can't keep Celeste all night there, Kinsman. I know you want to, but like they're busy folks down there in Ottawa.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah. But so where can folks, once again, to find your music digitally, they can go to the webpage, correct? Would that be the first point?
Yes, that would, it will direct them then to like Facebook and Instagram that are very active. Of course, that has a lot more information going on than the website from everyday life kind of thing, different things going on. But yeah, so it is, it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all those different things. I'll share it on my Facebook page. That would probably be my first most important page would be the Facebook one. I'm very active on there. So yeah.
And if they miss you at your Facebook, they can go, Facebook inbox your mom.
Oh, definitely. My mom's
relay the message.
She's now on Facebook, and that's the best thing that could happen for my career. So
yeah.
she's
so proud, right? She
spams
your work everywhere, which she should.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's a lot of your mom's posts that I saw. That's how I ended up finding out that you were going to be a part of the Capital Music Awards. So thanks, Monique.
Yes.
Mom, for relaying the information, because that's quite the accolade right there. You know, Capital Music Awards, one of the biggest nights in music, and there you guys are both shining at the Friday Night Awards, which is just an amazing, you know, as again, it's nice just to be nominated, but you guys brought home some hardware, which is why we wanted to bring you on the show tonight to say a big old congratulations.
I really appreciate it, and it's like I had mentioned it to Mark just when we were talking today. But I'm really happy for the both of you for everything that you guys are doing, and of course you're representing all the great things that are happening in Timmins. You're helping a lot of people out, and it's really fun to see you guys, you know, just doing what you love and finding a way to continue to do your dreams as well. So it's very cool.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. And now I can say I'm friends with Celeste, also Kinsman. It's not just you now.
There we go.
Now we're buddies. Now we're going to be fighting when they do come to town. Who does she invite for coffee first, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I did I love this the fact that we can talk a little longer as well than just sometimes a minute and a half on the radio. So it's been really fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, yes. You're so welcome, Celeste. And again, congratulations to both you and Mark and your entire team for winning the awards and those amazing trophies from the Capital Music Awards on Friday. Again, virtual music performance of the year. And, let's boast Mark's what did Mark pick up in his band Friday?
Yeah, so the Great Diversion, him and his brother won Best Production and Arrangements for their album. So he won. I was maybe gonna get that one, and he won. So it's okay. He did the album, the Christmas album too, so that was fine.
Just amazing. Yeah, we're so happy for you both. We love seeing local people succeed and pursue their dreams, and we wish you all the best continued success. And we can't wait to see when you come back to Timmins and perform. We'll be front row, Kinsman. We'll be front, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. You should be the host to our wedding too. That'd be fun.
We can do that if you allow us to stream. Can we stream it? We'll stream your wedding. Why not?
Oh wow!
I'm making plans without Mark there. He's gonna.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. Mark, our Mark Kinsman, he already said yes the minute you said that.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it rude to accept without going through both halves of the party, right? Yeah. Sorry, Mark. We'll let you guys negotiate, and then you guys can get in touch with us. But we're definitely there. If there is an invite, Jamie and I, KINZ and KLOMP, will definitely be there. No questions asked.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening, and once again, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on, and congratulations to both you and Mark.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Bonne fête des mères. Je pense à vous autres. Merci pour tout ce que vous faites.
Thanks, Celeste. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey, bye-bye.
She's awesome, right? Her and Mark, like awesome.
A dynamic duo. I said, when they found each other, one was a powerhouse, the other was a powerhouse. Now they're this perfect musical storm, and now, picking up awards, and just they're on the diving board ready to take off, or on the launch pad ready to light the igniter and the wick.
That's right. So when Celeste's new single comes out Friday, so when I go for my walk around Gillies Lake, I'm going to have that blasting through my headset. That's right. And again, on Spotify, can't wait to get the new single. We'll definitely post it. We'll share the links to it. And again, she said you can get it on all the major streaming platforms. So look for that on Friday. And Emily says they are amazing. Yes, they are. Just an amazing duo. Yeah. We love seeing local people. We almost got an invite to the wedding there, Kinsman. We were this close, you and I. This close. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be the dull guests at a wedding, right? We'd be fun. Yeah, right? If someone gets married, I gotta ask you a question. Then we gotta do these draws. How much money you putting in this card for a wedding? I don't. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. Well, you've been to a wedding before. Like you don't do weddings, but. Right? You give a lot of money, right? No, the last real weddings that I've been to was, back way many moons ago, where other people would be stuffing money, and I think maybe I contributed maybe a couple $100, maybe. I want to say $100. The wedding crashers. And everybody took it, and then put the money into a card, right? It should be enough to cover your meal, and then I feel like it should be a little bit more, because then is it a gift? I don't know. Oh, well, then that's where you get to the registries. Yeah. Okay. You and I will never figure that out. Okay. So we got two prizes to give away. Which one do you want to do first? The Mother's Day or Good Vibes? Do you want to do the Good Vibes first? Yeah. You want me to play my cool video for it? Yeah. Let's play the Good Vibes video. So dramatic, Kinsman? I feel a volume has to go up on that. But once again, look at you in your fancy bucket tonight. That's right. And again, the color side of the printer printed that, but I still can't get the color black. Isn't that like the oddest thing? Go get something. Quit being so cheap. Like you told us last week you had no ink, and now you have no ink. Next week, now my color printer's working, right? So I'm going to keep using it here. Yeah, so let's tell the folks what they can win here. $50 to shop downtown Timmins BIA. But let me tell people first how to do it. Good Vibes brought to you by the cooperators, Sebastian Fernet. So we're running it for 8 weeks. This is week 2 of 8. And all you have to do is find the post on our page and nominate yourself or someone else who did a good deed. Big, small, it doesn't matter. And your name goes into the draw for this gift certificate.
Goes into the basket, and we go from there. Are we ready to find out the good vibe?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's over here.
Are you going to know what the good vibe is too, or just the name?
No, I put everything that you put in on the Facebook comments gets clipped and thrown into a ballot. So here we go, and the winner is it's a nomination for Carol's husband, Skip Viet. Skip is always there to help the neighbors for anything they might need. In the winter, he shovels 6 to 7 driveways every day. And in the summer, he mows their lawns. As a senior himself at 77, he never stops. He checks up on the neighbors to make sure that that everyone is doing okay during this pandemic. Last month, he helped a senior neighbor get ready for moving to a retirement home. He helped sell his furniture, deliver to the buyers, do numerous loads to the dump, some to Value Village, and even the church. I could go on all day about everything he does and has done to help people. He's a jack of all trades and ready to help anyone in need. Again, that nomination from Carol Borg-Viet. And good old Skip is the winner for $50 for the good vibes.
So we will reach out to Skip and get him his $50 gift certificate. I wish I had a neighbor like that does that. Like, Skip, my car's dirty. Skip, I need a ride to the mall. Skip, I need groceries. Skip seems like a pretty good guy, right?
Pretty good. Sick of living next to you.
Yeah, and that is why, I would wear it out. Martin Peel's just on the street from me now. I'm going to be wearing him out too. Boring stuff. And that's why Timmins is the city with a heart of gold. You got it right, Mark. So congratulations to Skip. I love that. So you can get your nominations in there, and we're going to be doing it for 6 more weeks.
Yes. And again, thanks to the Downtown Timmins BIA and, of course, the Cooperators, Timmins Branch, located right across from Shoppers now on 3rd Avenue. On Wilson, pardon me. And you want to get yourself into to win this. Sebastian Vermette.
Is Skip Carol's husband?
Yes.
This is Skip in the picture. That's awesome. I think. I wonder if that's Skip. What's that?
That's great. Yes. There we go.
Well,
congratulations, Carol and Skip.
Yeah, that's got to be Skip in the photo.
You don't know that Skip. You haven't met Skip. I'm asking Carol. Like, why did you say yes?
I'm just to say, what do they say? Don't assume, eh? You put an ass in front of you and me.
Okay. Are you ready to see the different banner with the same dramatic background music for the Mother's Day draw? Okay.
We're doing this now for Mother's Day. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, you're a bragger here. Okay, so we know the ink story, but the most important thing here is, Eric Villeneuve from Villeneuve Engineering Services.
Yes, newest engineer on the block, has a personal tie to Krista Bozer and Beleza Aesthetics, good friends. And he says, you know what, he's helping out a good friend in need during the stay-at-home order. So that's why when he hopped on with KINZ and KLOMP Live to be one of our sponsors, he says, you know what, I want to give away $500 to Beleza Aesthetics. And that's what we're doing.
So this is, if you haven't seen, Krista was on the show. It's a spa, and you can use this gift certificate when they open, of course, for any of the spa services. And, if you want to invite Mark and I for a pedicure and use some of it on that, it's acceptable, not mandatory. You know what? There was there was a few hundred people.
There's a few hundred ballots in here. And again, we clip them all. It's the fun of having, homeschooling, and the little guy on breaks, he helps do everything. So I'm going to put my hand in here and grab one.
Okay. Don't blow it.
Don't blow it.
Remember when it tipped over when you did that live before?
I turn into Sniper, turning the ball box upside down. All right, so here we go. The winner, $500 to Beleza Aesthetics, is Tina Whitehead.
Okay.
Tina Whitehead nominated by Victoria Whitehead. It says, she says, I nominate my mom, Tina Whitehead. She has done nothing but fuel my life with positivity and humor. She has taught me how to get through the hard times with a smile on my face and how to convince my boyfriend what's one more dog. She's the definition of a cool mom, and not sarcastically, and definitely could use $500 at Beleza Aesthetics. And there you go. She's now going to be spending $500. Tina Whitehead, congratulations. And we'll be in touch. And again, a big thanks to Villeneuve Engineering. Eric is the one who's going to write the check and send that off to Tina.
Congratulations to Tina. So the two pretty awesome winners.
Two big wins, yes.
That is super cool. And yes, you have two nice draw boxes tonight. We saw that. But thank you to Eric Villeneuve at Villeneuve Engineering Services for setting that up. You say he's part of the KINZ and KLOMP family. So I don't know if Eric's married or not, but say like, if he isn't married and if he has a wedding, he has to invite us to his wedding now, right?
That's right. We'll be invited to all the weddings.
Yeah, I like that.
Lori's saying we're the wedding crashers. We'd have to be the wedding crashers for all of them.
Great. I'll finally be able to meet some friends, Kinsman, besides you. Okay. Anyways, okay. So let's go through a couple. You don't always laugh in my jokes. I don't know why. Let's go through a couple quick locals and then let's get out of here. So you got excited when you see all these stars in the sky, right? This
Starlink. Well, it's funny. I saw like 100,000 posts, and I said I need to look up and say I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, the Starlink satellites, Elon Musk, and when he's not sending rockets to Mars and trying to spend his zillions, he's creating Starlink, which is the satellite service where you can get satellite apparently to 99.98% of the planet. No matter where you are with that string of lights that everybody was commenting on, those are the satellites now trying to get into, I guess, their orbit. He says there's going to be about six more rockets with about 30 clusters of satellites each. So just imagine them all zooming by. How do they avoid each other? I don't know, but that's apparently the new night sky now to look at.
That's right. And I think you spent your whole weekend like looking up at the sky, because then you're bugging me all weekend about this rocket. You're like, check out the stream. I've been watching it for 13 hours. 13 hours, Kinsman. Like, yeah, take a break.
I wasn't watching it all 13 hours. I didn't actually hear the post or see the post until Lori Ball, big fan of our show, posted stating that this rocket was going to crash. And then I started following the link, and you're kind of curious where a rogue rocket will go. And just to get people up to speed, China put up this rocket because they're trying to build the China version of the International Space Station, where they're going to have their own space station. So this rocket was up there delivering parts. And apparently when these rockets, fall back into Earth, if they're not at the right angle, they're supposed to normally burn up on reentry. The angle was just enough where it was skimming around the Earth, until it eventually dropped into the Indian Ocean. So thank goodness it didn't hit land, because if it did, it was a 10-story long rocket that weighed 20 tons. So thank goodness it hit water.
I think growing up, you wanted to be an astronaut. I figured this out.
You think so?
You're staring at the stars. You're talking about the rocket all weekend.
Who doesn't look at the stars, though? Look at how many Starlink posts there were. People are out in their backyards watching and wondering what these string of lights are. And, of course, it's technology. Someone said it's going to ruin the night sky forever. Do you think so?
No, I don't know about that. But I do know, so you took a picture of that Doug Ford sign, but the update was it's gone now. Do you think someone stole it or they took it down?
I don't know. That's an expensive way of advertising, first of all. With the price of lumber, that advertising board had to have been at least $500, right, for that plywood. But anyhow, yeah, the Doug Ford sign, drove by today, wasn't there. I was driving by yesterday with my little guy. My little guy's going, "Hey, Papa, what does that sign say?" And as I didn't, I'm like, okay, it reads. Oh, wait, I can't say that to him.
Yeah, that's right.
Just took a picture and
Maybe you'll see a sign that says Mark Kinsman rules one day, and you'll take a photo of that.
Hopefully.
I'm not putting that up. Okay, so
somewhere.
Every show I want to ask you about how exciting your life is, and I'll give you the update on mine. So I'll tell you how exciting my life is today, Kinsman.
Okay.
I watched Iron Man 1, and after the show, get ready, I'm going to watch Iron Man 2.
And you got studious looking glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean my glasses too. Yes. What about you?
What do you think? Do we like the glasses wearing Jamie or the non-glasses wearing Jamie? I think the glasses suit you. The glasses do suit you. So good.
You're really giving me the compliments tonight. Now, why are you smooth?
Yeah, I'm kissing up there, right?
Okay, well, you weren't going to tell me what you're up to. So the last question.
No, yeah, I was gonna tell you the exciting part of my life. Well, with little guys, out of a 5 and a 3-year-old, obviously Mother's Day weekend, they were making Mother's Day crafts for their mom. So that's what we were doing.
All right. Yes, that is awesome.
And driving around the city looking at weird signs on people's lawns.
And I did like that. I did like that photo. The last thing you said, you wanted to ask people if they print photos anymore, right? Or
yeah, I was just curious because, seeing posts, trying to find posts and making posts for Mother's Day, I was scrolling back and it just dawned on me that my iPhone right now, my current iPhone, I could scroll back. I've got maybe 4 years of photos that are just sitting there that have never been printed. Mm-hmm. So, if something happens to my phone, I'm going to lose, 4 years of my kid's existence. So it got me thinking today. I think it's time to bring back the photo albums. Are photo albums still a thing? Do we still print photos in the city?
Do you think like if you get some photos printed, you'll have a big frame of me in your house?
I'll put you on the cover of the album. Wearing your Sens jersey.
Yes, sir. Okay, so a couple comments before we bounce on out of here. Janice was saying the Doug Ford sign and $98 sign, agreed. Yeah. And you congratulated her in her wedding yesterday, but I think that was just a joke, right, Janice?
That was a joke, Janice. Yeah. Well, it's the Facebook, if you haven't updated your, life events, and then you say, oh, geez, I should probably update my status to married or whatever your status is. And of course, everybody clicks on it. And I was just, being sarcastic, Janice. I said, hey, congratulations. And I said, you should fire up a new registry, see if anybody falls for it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Nice hat. Did you lose your toque? No, I love my senator's toque. And we're going to need it because we have a bunch of SNOW.
Oh, terrible. What do they say? They say don't put your snow brush away till after Mother's Day, except here in Northern Ontario. But you did, obviously it's going to be gloomy with snow. What did you say, 5 to 10? But looking at the temperatures for the next week after this, I'm going to say this is the last. Every snowstorm, Jamie and I always say this is going to be the last snowfall. I think this is going to be the last one because we're into like 16s and 18s.
Yeah.
Into next week. So, if it is going to be bad, just let the snow sit there. Mother Nature will melt it for you.
I print photos all the time and make small photo albums for my grandchildren. I think that's awesome. I still like looking at printed photos.
I do. I like the printed photos. What type? You just pick it up, printed paper or photo paper, and it just prints?
I think that's one of the things to do. Send it in to get photo books made. I print pictures every day on my selfie.
Selfie?
Okay.
The selfie? Selfie.
That must be a printer that's specific.
I'm guessing, yeah. Christine says, so right, future generations won't have memories of us if we don't print pictures. No, so we need to start, we need to bring the photo album back. That's probably going to be a weekend chore if I can do, if I can find some printer paper. The ink cartridge.
You're back to the ink again. You just get the ink. And I'm asking you on Tuesday's show if you have ink, and if you don't, come on, just give me the printer and I'll buy ink.
How about you just buy me ink anyway?
Yeah, Barry, I hung my snow brush in the garage today, and yes, snowing is a swear word. I agree.
Swear word, yes.
And Joanne goes to independent grocer, so there's many places. All right. We made it to the end. I get to go watch Iron Man 2, and you get to what?
I am going to sit back and just relax. It was an adventurous weekend. It's always adventurous when my little guys are hanging out, but now it's time to clean up and, prepare for Tuesday's show. We have the Anti-Coalition, the Anti-Hunger Coalition joining us on Tuesday's show.
All right, Kinsman. You're on top of it all. I'm going to do your thumbs up tonight. How do you like that? All right.
All right,
Good
buddy. We'll see you Tuesday. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there
Yes.
and the amazing mothers. And we all love you.
Hold on a second, Kinsman. Did you notice what I did there?
Yeah, you played the wrong outro.
I played the wrong. I wanted to call me out on that because I renamed it to Exit. Okay, we're not
All right,
restarting.
can we do this again? That was the dress rehearsal.
Oh,
Okay,
you just
happy
wanna
Mother's
see
Day to
another
all
song.
the
Okay,
fabulous
fine.
mothers. We'll see you
All right.
Tuesday.
Bye.